next 30 days, what I'll try to do is try to give less fucks. The reason why we suffer so much or are in pain is because we assign so much importance to everything that we can't just relax and have a good time. In this video, we're going to go over how making a big deal out of everything, including our mistakes and our flaws, is creating unnecessary pressure and stress on ourselves that make it more difficult for us to perform well at our jobs and in life in general.
I'll also go over some of the mental techniques that I've used myself that have helped make it easier for me to enjoy my activities and not put so much pressure on myself as a perfectionist and an introvert that you could possibly use yourself to help make things more fun.
The problem is we make everything a big deal, and we assign a lot of meaning to things that don't really need to have meaning. Things like small mistakes, or what do people really think about me? Will I ever find the perfect job or the perfect husband or wife? Is my house big enough? Does it have enough rooms? Do those things that really matter to cause you this much stress, worry, and anxiety? Because what we're really trying to say is, I'm a big deal. My mistakes matter. What do people think about me? Will I find the perfect job? Is my house big enough? So here is one of the major points of this video. Importance equals stress. The more important we make things like ourselves, our mistakes, or our achievements to be, the more stressed out we'll feel. The less important we make ourselves to be, the less stress we'll feel.
On a mental level, it means be less self-centered. Have thoughts like, I'm not that important and this situation isn't about me. These thoughts will actually ground us more and bring us back to reality, to realize that you and I are not the center of the universe, that our individual mistakes nor our individual accomplishments are really that big of a deal. Most people do not care, they're not paying attention, and even if it does catch their attention, they move on very quickly. Think about the Michael Jackson or the Kobe Bryant or even the Elon Musk, who have had significantly higher highs and lower lows than you and I have, but we don't pay that much attention to them or think about them every single day. So here's a quick work example to make it less about you. Imagine that a coworker makes a criticism about your work performance. If you were to do the same thing that you usually do, which is to take it too personally, thinking that that comment is specifically aimed at you because you're so important, that you'll feel hurt and resentful of the other guy. Now let's take the new approach where you do not take it personally and you don't make it a big deal about what that says about you as a person. So instead, you'll think to yourself, I'm actually not that big of a deal, so that comment might not even be directed at me. And you might realize that that person would say that comment to any other person, and it's not necessarily specifically aimed at you. So if you took it less personally, you might leave with more positive feelings, and you'd be able to move on quicker. Next, let's look at the sports example. You are losing a winnable match, and this might be because you're thinking to yourself that this match means a lot and this will say a lot about me if I win or lose. You create a lot of excess pressure to perform and you end up being stiff, increasing the chance of you losing. Now let's take the new mentality. You don't take it personally. You think to yourself, this match is not a big deal if I win or lose. This doesn't say that much about me either way. You create less pressure on yourself. You feel more relaxed. You might be more in tune with what's happening in this current situation, giving yourself a higher chance of winning. So over the next 30 days, the challenge is for you and I to really stop caring so much about things that don't matter and to place so much significance on small little things like our mistakes or a passing comment, or maybe if we lose a match, what does that say about us? It really doesn't say that much. And I think this idea about insignificance, about not placing too much importance on the small little things, can help us feel more free to act and not make it such a big deal when we make mistakes. And for those perfectionists and introverts like myself, I think this helps us feel more free to not place so much undue pressure on ourselves, and it helps. And just take for example that this video that I'm making took me about 2 weeks to make, over hours and hours of shooting, reshooting, editing, and only really coming out with a 6-minute video. And realize that this video Just like the situation that is causing you the most stress and anxiety right now is going to pass. It's just a point in time. And whether you watch this video or not, I'm going to move on and you're going to move on. So this is really just about giving yourself some space, be and relax, and try to have fun in the moment as much as you can. If you found this video to be useful, remember to comment or like. This really helps the algorithm to push it to more people so that it can help more people like you and I. And remember, it's not a big deal.